morning. I'm Lanita Medina, and today I'm here to show you this very adorable, bright, colorful border that to me looks like baskets with flowers. And the thing is, you can make it into so many other things. Maybe that's why I'm so excited. Maybe it's just that it's so colorful and fun using the Vivid Melodies paper and some other things. We'll go through that. And just a side note, I don't want to forget that at the end I'm going to be drawing for this page. I promised a couple of posts back that I would draw for this, so I have names in here, so I better not forget, but I want to let you know now that I will be drawing for that. Okay, I'm just going to get started showing you right away what I used. Now this is the arch border, and this is one from a while ago, and then I'll also be using the sunshine arches bordermaker cartridge. By the way, if you don't have this bordermaker set yet, right now for another few days actually, you can still get 2 free cartridges with it. If you don't own it yet, now would be the time. And so after that, it'll be the 1 free cartridge. So just an FYI on that. Okay, then the other thing I'm going to be using is the new Autumn Leaves punch. And that you'll see actually here, there are a few leaves in there. And then I'll just go ahead and get started. Now, I like to create the borders by making the pieces first, and then I'll build. And so I'm going to cut this one and then that one, and then I'll do it in the layers. So base measurement is 2 3/4 for the base. How do you like that notepad? Isn't that fun for Cruptoberfest? And so I'll cut that one first. Now, I chose some other colors from the Vivid Melodies. I chose these colors this time. Let's see how it turns out. I have the others here just so that we can play in case I'm not sure about those colors. But this is the blue pack, the Capri Blue. Jazzberry is the one I made my sample with, but I'm mixing butterscotch with this one now. And I mixed the lime tart with this one here. So you can see that they're really mixable. All right, so I'm going to start with this one. And I am going to do this sideways so you can see really easily. And I mentioned that it was 2 3/4. So I'm not used to using it sideways, but I want to be able to have you see the whole thing. Am I at 2 3/4? I want to get it exact. I might have to switch it to not doing it sideways, but this is the other side to it. Isn't it so pretty? So vivid. Well, yeah, that's the name. It's vivid. All right, and then the next one, I think I'm going to use this one because it feels like it will look good on it. I did cut myself a green piece just in case that may be the one I want, but you know, I'll have this one. So the second layer is 2 1/2. That's my second layer. And I will straighten this one out as best I can. So that is 2 1/2. And there is that. Okay. So there's that. And then I know I'll be cutting a little bit more in a bit, but for now, those are the layers. So these are the pieces, and I'll be cutting a little bit more later on the edges here, so that can come a little bit later. Set those aside and put that way up there. Now the next one is, thinking this is what I wanted for this one, and that's going to be the little baskets. All right, this sunshine arches, yes, it is arches punch, is so fun because you can do so much with it. So the little feet go in first. Sorry, the little feet. The Creative Memories part goes in first. The feet stay out because it needs to go onto this. And I think that's what I intended to say, but you know, when I'm on camera, things just come out a little bit crazy sometimes. Like, does she know what she's saying? All right, so here's where I want you to pay attention, because I'm going to cut the first piece and then I'm going to measure. So cut the first piece and then take it out. Now, you don't necessarily have to put it into here for that first piece. You can turn it upside down and cut it, okay? And because we are going to be using it upside down as a punch next time after I measure. So now I'm going to measure to be able to do the basket part. And for those of you who saw my Facebook Live making the other prototype to this, it's okay, I've streamlined it, so don't worry. All right, now what I want is this line here to be on the exact 2 inches. So I want that to be on 2 inches, and then I'm going to mark at 1 inch, and then I'm going to leave 2-inch gap because I'm going to punch this here. Now I'm going to leave a gap of 1 inch, and then I'm going to punch at 2 inches because that's where I want to punch next. Leave a gap of 1 inch and then punch at 2 inches. Okay, so this is where it will not work to put it in here because these are set. And using it as a punch, I can actually do whatever I want with it. So here are my markings. It may be a little bit hard for you to see. Can you see that mark? So I'm going to move it, and then I'm just going to kind of hide it. Not hide it on purpose, just because I have to move the paper farther in. Okay, so there's that part. Ooh, that was pretty spot on. Skipping that one and back to this one. Sometimes I move the paper and I'm not quite on it, so let's see. And that was pretty good. Okay, we're doing it here. Okay, let's do this one now. And oh, there you go. Okay, that is done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this easy. Instead of using the trimmer to trim these little pieces off, because that's another lesson in itself, I'm going to make this a little bit wavy because, you know, it's going to be like a little basket. So that way I don't have to worry about making it just right, or I'm just going to create my own little waves. And by the way, this is where you're going to use your little scissors here that are the best ever. And this one doesn't matter because we're cutting that one off. So I'm just going to cut that piece off right away. And that's where I had trouble the other day. So I'm going to just leave myself a little bit of room. So there we go. Now is it looking a little bit better? A little bit more like what this is? Now you're going to do something that's very easy. And because you don't want this to be exact, see, you want a little bit of the basket stuff to show, and then stick your scissors underneath. And there you go. See how you want it to look a little rough inside and a little rough down here too, because it's a basket. And that's why it's kind of neat that you don't have to be very exact on this. I feel like a lot of times when I show these, I say, oh, it's okay, you don't have to be exact. Can you tell what type of person I am? I mean, I like exactness on you know, doing things right, but on scrapbooking, I like to wing it more because it's a scrapbook, right? All right, how fast was that? There you go. So that part is done. Now I'm going to trim it down to punch sunshine out, cut at 2 1/4. And so I'm going to put it here, and this time I am going to pull it my way because this has to be, this I do want as exact as possible. And I want that to be right on the line. The tip of that, I want it to be on the 2 1/4. Okay, the tip of each of these. So I'm going to go down the line and make sure they're on, that they are straight. There we go. Now there's that. Okay, third part is done. Now for this piece. This is the bottom of the basket. That is made with this. And like I said, it's the arch border All right, and that one is a retired one. I do have a lot of those in stock still. If any of you don't have it and want it, just touch bases with me. I'll post how you can find it. All right, now this one I'm going to use this paper with. Isn't this so pretty? Now there's that one, so that can be an option, or this. I just think it's going to be so pretty with the blue, but it could look good with the green also. We'll play with those. Okay. Now, this is another technique. I just love teaching little techniques. You're going to start on this one at this line over here. Now, I want you to see where see that line right there? Okay, there's a line there, and that's where I'm going to put the paper. And then I'm going to skip it and go to the next line. I'm not to the next line. Yes, to the next. So, sorry, I'm pressing down here. Go to the next line there. So you're not going to match it up. You're going to go to the next line. And then this one is going to go to the next line. And there. Okay. Now there you go. Now do you see how you really have that same little pattern going on there? And because we are cutting that piece off, which I'll do right away, you can decide what side you want to use of the paper, what side of the paper. And I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm going to do the little wavy thing just to make it easier. Now, once you do this a time or two, it's not a difficult border to make. Just teaching it, it will just, teaching the concepts is a little bit different. All right, so here this is going to go upside down, all right? Oh, I'm off camera. Upside down. That's how it's going to sit. So that's what I was saying, like if you like this color better, fine. If you like this color, that's fine too. But first I'm going to cut it so you'll see how it matches up. The decorative arch punch is going to be 1 1/4. It's a tiny little piece. So on this one, I'm going to cut this direction. It's going to go to the 1 1/4. And I want to make sure these all line up here. I want to make sure all these line up. These little arch pieces line up. Needs to move a little bit. Okay, there we go. There's that. Now, it will make sense how you can decide if you want it to be that direction. Because then what you're going to do is with your little leftovers here, I pushed them aside so I could cut the other, but you are going to use these. And then you can fill it if you want. And I'm pausing to do this right now because this is where you will want to decide which you want to do, which way you want to do it. Actually, I have to decide now because I'm not sure. Let's see, what do I like better? I think I like, let's see. Okay, I'm going to put it here so I can decide because sometimes it's harder to decide and until you have the actual pattern in front of you. And I am, I'm not sure if I want to adhere it because I may want the green. Just see how this looks. I really like the blue. I feel like the green will make the flowers into their pop. There's that. There's this or this. I feel like I want it this way with this one. And now I'm just going to test the green and see if I like the green on there or not. I think I like the blue actually. The green brings out, see, this is one of the things about deciding on paper colors, right? I'm going to stick with the blue this time just because I'm with blue. All right, that's it. So one of the reasons I put the adhesive here instead of on here is because it's easy for me to move it if I have made a mistake. Now right here, I realized that I do want to cut off a little bit off the end of this one like I did on the other one, but not, well, I was gonna say not as much, and yet, yes, I am gonna do that because it's gonna be 1/4 of an inch. I think, let's test it and see. Oh, now I have the, I want the blue to show up. Yeah, that'll be good. I wasn't sure if I wanted to cut it off this time, but yeah, I like it because then more of that shows. Right, and then I'm just going to put some more here because if I want to raise this and move it, it's easier to raise it if I have my tape on here and not on here. I don't know why, but I've tried it over and over and it just seems to be true. So, okay, this is going to come down a bit and center that. And then this one, okay, where's my, I like to use these power layout boards to do my adhesive because I can actually find them. They're not as I don't lose them like I do a plastic. Right, so here's this, and this is gonna go, these are gonna hang down a little bit, and there you go, there's your basket. Ooh, are you excited? Does it look like a basket? Yes, all right, this is very exciting. Now just start putting your little basket pieces on. So here's on here, you want to put foam squares because, I'm going to bring that up a bit. And this seems to be tilting a bit. My camera is moving. I'm going to bring this down again because it's kind of like flowing inward. You want to put the foam squares on the tippy tips here because you're going to be filling in here with flowers. And there you go. So this gives it dimension. Yeah, like it. There we go. There's dimension on that one. And see, now you have your little basket to tuck flowers in. Is your mind just kind of going like, oh, I could do this for a Christmas basket, I could do it for a baby basket, for Easter, for fall. And now you can just literally fill it. So I had pre-cut some of these, of these colors, but I want some brighter colors, obviously, because this is a different one. But first I want to show you how to use these amazing and beautiful embellishments that come with the Vivid Melodies. And I have blue, green, pink, well, jazzberry, let's call it jazzberry, and the butterscotch. Call them by the right colors, huh? So I have a lot to choose from. You know that I usually like to tape these down, kind of like I taped these down. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that later. But I just literally pulled them out last night thinking, I want to use from all of them. And I'll push this to the right here so that you can see what I'm going to do. From these, I realize that I can, if I want to, one of these long ones, I can cut a leaf from here. What do you think about that? That could work, right? That may be what I want. Let's see, I'm not sure. I do know that I want one of these flowers. Where do I want it? There, maybe. Leave, oh, you can also cut the flowers in half. So see, I could cut that one in half. And so then this one, I had already cut in half from there. So I'm going to put it there. Oh, here's another blue one. This one, because it's bigger, I'm going to cut it in half. And, ooh, maybe because, so I'm going to switch these. And I'll put this, ooh, let's see, do I want that one there? And let's see, maybe it's too much blue, huh? Oh, I know what, I'll double them up. That'll be pretty. So I'll put this one here and double it up. So that's kind of 2 flowers on there. That'll be fun. Then you can also cut apart these leaves. Oh, here's another pink one. All right, I'm going to put the pink one there then. Look, I had already cut those apart from last night. This is in here, so you can cut these apart and get a ton more leaves from there. That'll be a fun one. So I'm just kind of laying them out. Also, I'm just going to do this right away before I get too many on there. I will be using foam squares for some of it. but I am going to just add my adhesive right away. I'm going to put it right there. That way they don't keep moving, but I can move them if I want to. If I decide, oh, I'm not sure about that, then, you know, maybe it needs another color. And I feel like that does need a brighter color. So I am already going to switch that one. This is kind of a pretty color. That might be nice, huh? So snip a little here, snip a little there. Add a leaf or two from the autumn leaves punch. And I'll cut a little bit for you from there just to show you. Let's see, I think I moved everything, didn't I? And I'm just going to lay this here. I know I'm going to use a foam square on it, but I'm not quite sure how else this is going to go. So I'll put that there, maybe this here, maybe another one on top. I think that's what I had said, and this will go there. And then I'm just going to tuck some leaves in. So that's not colorful enough. I need more green on these. So I'll put green on this side. Now, do you see how it's kind of taking place? Isn't it so fun? Oh, you know what? How many of you have some of these left? These were sitting around and I thought, huh, these may work too, right? Some of these could work because you can cut this one in half. Let's see how that looks. Would that look silly or not? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What does it look like? That might be okay. Just want to, you know, just kind of give you an idea of things you can do. I mean, I'm looking at all these pieces. Like, what if you were to, okay, that's yellow, so that may not. But I was going to say you could cut little pieces here and put it in there. This is a bigger leaf, so you can cut a piece off of here and tuck it in. That needs a leaf, doesn't it? There. And now you still have 2 more pieces of leaf there. Okay, I'm getting really excited about this, but Lanita, don't stray too much here because we need to finish this project. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to make another leaf out of, let's see, what color leaf? Would it be funny to have a blue leaf? Yeah, probably because of these, huh? I guess this time I'll stick to the green, but maybe a lighter green. So I'll do this color. And so the nice thing on this, I will do a couple. You know, you match it up, right? Let's see, Brenda, bring it up into the view of the camera here. And then you're just going to cut yourself. No, don't cut yourself. Cut some leaves for yourself. That's what I mean. Okay. All right, so there's that. Let's go back into the view of the camera now. I don't need that left side anymore. And this would work. That would be a cute one. Then you have this, and then here's the little aspen leaf, I think it's called. Ooh, look at that color. That's kind of fun. Now, I don't have an aspen leaf in here, but is that, no, see, that blends. Now, look how close that is, though. Does that blend too much, or does it need more color here? Feels like it needs more color, so I'll flip it over. That could work. So again, if it's too much, just don't do it. But if it works, then yeah, go for it. I'm just playing here to see if it'll work, but okay, that seems too light. All right, now I am going to add the foam squares to the flowers because that's what I want to pop. And this is already sticking down. That works. That's going to be right there. And then I do want to put one more leaf there, but let's see if that will work. That may work, huh? So do you see why I don't want a lot of stuff under here because I have to fill it with these. So that's going to go there. This is already sticky there. That goes there. Put a foam square here and pop it up. So it's kind of nice that you can use scraps for this. See, when I cut that, I'm able to use that. This one, I'll put it here a little bit more. I'm going to pop both of these. Up here more on camera. I'm having it really close. I'm, really close to you, just so that you would be able to see the detail better. And this one, maybe I want it that way. And then I think I decided on that, huh? Okay, flip it because maybe I want something darker. But anyway, you get the idea, right? You get the idea on what is going on here. So those two are down already because I had already put my tape on, or my repositionable, and then that one can go right there. And there you go. And then you can add something. This kind of dropped off my pile, so, you know. Oh, this is peeking out at me. Look at this one. Here's the nice thing about this. You can literally cut that right off, and it doesn't matter because this could be tucked in somewhere. This could be tucked in over here. Like this could, I don't want it here. Well, let's put it over here. I don't want it on that one because it already has two, but see, that could tuck in right there and be a little piece of a heart. And you can't tell that I've cut it, right? So it does look funny there, but that's what you can do, you know, if you want a little piece of a heart, right? And then that is fine using it like that. Okay, so put this on, put the leaf back, put this on, and we are done. And then I'm going to show you some other ideas. Loving our life together. That's there. How about I'll put it up here. And there you go. Now, how about this one? So these are the ones that I first did. I'm going to move these out of the way. Let's see. This was my very first one. And I did not do the spaces in between. But see, that works too. And this one, and this one, and this one are all, these were all my experiments, but see, I feel like they would all work, right? And then I made it out of the new Croptoberfest stuff. Yeah, this is the Croptoberfest paper. You can see by what I did here, what the varieties are. You can also see, ooh, bring that one back. You can also see that I used the apple in that one. And I used a lot of the leaves all over the place in that one, or in all of these. Okay, now think for a moment what the basket would look like with something like Christmas. You could make a Christmas basket. And see, here's the nice thing about, I know this was one of my other YouTube videos, whatever you call them, is how to put these on here and then use from them. So you can literally, here's a leaf you could cut. If you need more leaves, you can say, hey, there's one on the Christmas one, and you just pull this up and then cut it in pieces and put it there. Put a bell on in your basket, put a bow. Lots of choices on the Christmas stuff. So look at your pieces that you've placed here. Look at this. This would give you a lot of leaves, wouldn't it? If you had a darker background and you need lighter leaves, that would be a good one to cut apart. These are great also to cut apart and use. Okay, use what you have too. And if you don't have these, well, you know where to get them. I'm looking at these are, oh my goodness, this is from, it's fall, y'all. These could be cut apart and put into baskets. These can be cut apart for a Hawaiian basket border. All right, now how does it look on paper? I'll show you that, and then I want to do the drawing. So here's this. Now I was playing with, this looks, I think it looks really good on the white. I'm gonna raise this up just a bit so you can see it on a page. I feel like this pops when it's on a page. I still am losing, there we go. Move forward, camera. This makes it pop on white, I think. But how would it look on a yellow? That kind of pops, doesn't it? That's pretty. How about this one? Maybe it would want to go this way, I'm not sure, but see, that even gives you more color too. What do you think of that? So lots of options on these borders. And then let's say that, I don't think I have the right color here, but let's say you wanted to make a 2-page spread. There are other pieces in this, in the Vivid Melodies embellishments that you can put something else with it that kind of has the same, see, to me this kind of looks like a basket too, right? Put a picture in there, put a title, and then and then you can just fill this kind of like you did here, or put one little basket in here. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, lots and lots of options. So I know you're gonna have fun. Now, before I leave, I want to draw for this page, and Okay, so I have this, you know, like, y'all know I like vintage, so my little vintage bowl, right, from my mama. And this was her wedding, one of her wedding bowls, by the way. You know, those old sets. She was married for 60, almost 66 years. So, okay, so I'm trying not to look in here. And I just want to pull one. Ah, sorry, these are all falling out. Okay, that one stuck to, okay, I've got two stuck here, so let me unstick them. So, sorry about that. I want to do this right. Okay, there we go. If they're stuck, I just can't. Okay, who is this? Mary Birkland. Okay, Mary, this page is going to come your way. So if you can message me on Facebook or leave me a note there so that I can get this to you, you have won this page because you commented on the video. So would one of you all like to win one of these borders? The one that I just made? Comment on this video and I will draw a name just like I did just now and send this to you. It's fun to get snail mail, isn't it? Especially when it's a scrapbooking item. All right, thank you for watching. Thanks for sharing these ideas. Thanks for making them in your albums. And most of all, thank you for being committed to making cards, making scrapbooks, preserving your memories. That is what's super important. And just having fun with it. All right, see you next time.